Sister Wives fans are questioning Mykelti Brown-Padron's full-time job that keeps her away from her 3 children. She recently opened up about how hard she works, but no one is quite sure what she has been up to. Keep reading for further details on Mykelti's mystery work. Sister Wives fans challenge Mykelti Brown's full-time job. For some time, Sister Wives star Mykelti Brown-Padron was making money through an MLM. It was the same one that Mary Brown was a part of. Yet, when Mykelti shared the truth about Mary, she faced trouble. She shared that Mary had been abusive. Since Mary was higher up in the company, that was a big issue for Mykelti. The mother of 3 eventually moved on to another MLM. This was one in which her mother, Christine Brown-Woolley, was involved. Janelle Brown and her daughter, Maddie Brown-Brush, were also teaming up with Christine. They all worked well to promote their products, but Mykelti has since shared that she has a full-time job. Moreover, she stated that it kept her away from her kids during the week. Sister Wives fans were very confused as to what this meant. A follower noted that she was discussing what she makes her kids for dinner, then added, "I work full-time, so I typically see my kids most often on the weekend." That made them question if she was referring to multiple MLMs or her Patreon she does with her husband, Tommy Padron. It was questionable what she was up to, and then another follower chimed in with this nugget. She works full-time at a typical 9-to-5 job, but it's remote. When she was planning the move, she mentioned having to figure out the working hours. She may work on Mountain/West Coast time even though she's on the East Coast. Recently, Mykelti Brown-Padron and her family left Utah for North Carolina. That seems to be the hotspot for the Browns, as Maddie was there first. Janelle and her daughter, Savannah, followed, and then Peyton Brown made his way to NC. A new life. It is unclear when the Sister Wives star got a full-time position. Her husband, Tommy Padron, initially had an incredible job in banking. He then left it to pursue gaming from home and also plays chess. Fans and followers were still curious about this position and made that known. Pretty sure her job wouldn't allow her to say what it is publicly, and if I were her, I wouldn't tell people who was watching my kids or what daycare they were at. People who do MLM and scams always claim they work full-time. She works full-time and only sees her kids on the weekends. Well, there's some sort of mystery going on here. Maybe she learned what working full-time is from Robyn and her full-time job in the closet. Some wondered if she was working remotely, what was keeping her from her kids. Then, others felt it was none of anybody's business where she worked. Did you have any idea that Mykelti had gotten a full-time job? Let us know, and watch Sister Wives Sundays on TLC. Mykelti Brown's job raises eyebrows across the internet. Season 19. When ambition meets family drama, no one is safe, not even Mykelti Brown. In Tiro, a daughter caught in the spotlight. Season 19 of Sister Wives has been full of breakups, breakdowns, and breakthroughs. But no one expected the emotional blowback that would hit Mykelti Brown-Padron, Christine and Kody's daughter, after a single, seemingly innocent comment on a live stream turned into an internet firestorm. What started as a sweet Q&A with fans about motherhood and life turned into a viral controversy, one that has sparked debate, drawn public scrutiny, and, according to sources close to the family, left Mykelti feeling more alone than ever. The moment that started it all began during an Instagram live where Mykelti, glowing in her kitchen, casually responded to a fan question. "Fan, are you working right now or just focusing on the twins?" Mykelti, laughing, "Oh, I'm working full-time, being a full-time mom, doing plexes, managing content. It's a lot." She meant it lightheartedly, but the internet didn't take it that way. Within hours, Reddit threads exploded. Twitter/X hashtags trended. TikToks stitched the moment with skepticism and shade. Full-time? Girl, where? Selling vitamins on Instagram is not a job. Nepotism queens really be calling sponsored posts careers these days. She said full-time like we didn't grow up watching her entire family do MLMs. And just like that, Mykelti became the main character, in the worst way. Inside DAFI Bakikilash. What stung most wasn't the general internet chatter. It was the fact that many of the harshest critics were Sister Wives fans themselves. Longtime viewers who had once watched Mykelti grow up on screen now questioned her authenticity. Even Christine, now known as the fan favorite and fiery truth-teller of the Brown family, found herself pulled into the drama when she posted a supportive Instagram story. "So proud of my girl at Mykelti, raising babies, hustling every day, doing it her way." That story was screen captured, cropped, memed, and recaptioned. She's proud of a hustle that involves selling pink drinks and tagging #. This is what doing it her way looks like now. Even Christine's trying to gaslight us. One commenter even wrote, "Christine walked so Mykelti could MLM." The Padron Fame responses. Mykelti's husband, Tommy Padron, who had largely stayed out of family drama since marrying into the Brown clan, couldn't stay silent. He took to his own Instagram stories in defense of his wife, saying, "Y'all need to chill. Mykelti is doing more in a day with 3 kids than most of you do all week. I've seen her hustle. I've seen her cry. I've seen her go to bed at 2 a.m. editing content and wake up at 6 with a baby on each hip. This lazy narrative is garbage." It was passionate, it was real, but it didn't stop the flood of judgment. TLC NTERVNEs. A special EPISODE is born. The sudden virality of the backlash prompted TLC producers to shift gears and re-edit an upcoming episode to feature Mykelti's story more prominently. Episode 4, More Than a Mom, focuses on Mykelti juggling family, plexus, podcasting, and social pressure, while coping with the wave of online hate. It opens with a tearful confessional. "I didn't ask to be born into a TV family. I love my mom. I love my life. But being in the spotlight, it doesn't always feel like love. Lately, it just feels like pressure." There's a moment where Mykelti scrolls through Reddit posts on her iPad. She wipes tears from her eyes as she reads aloud. Mykelti needs a real job. What is she even bringing to the table? She's just trying to cash in on her mom's fame. Am I not allowed to try? The scene hit fans in the gut. Sheer Christine's pro-TV side emerges. In the same episode, Christine invites Mykelti and the twins over for dinner, and we see a side of her rarely shown since her divorce from Kody. Christine in confessional, "I will go mama bear if people come for my kids. I don't care how old they are. I don't care if it's the internet. I don't care if it's the Queen of England. You do not get to question my daughter's worth." At dinner, Christine pours Mykelti a glass of wine and says softly, "If the internet knew what your day really looked like, they'd shut their mouths in a heartbeat." Mykelti, "I don't need them to approve. I just want them to stop acting like I'm not trying." Christine, "You're doing more than trying. You're showing up for your kids, for your husband, and for yourself. That's more than some people ever do." Kody's even expected take. In a rare confessional, Kody Brown gives his thoughts on the controversy. The tone is surprisingly supportive. Mykelti's always had a fire in her. She's trying to build something for her family. I don't know what people expect, for her to be a corporate CEO. She's raising 3 babies under 3. That is a full-time job. He hesitates. "I might not have been the perfect dad to all my kids, but I want them to be free to make their own lives. I respect her hustle." The audience is stunned. For once, just once, Kody's words don't light a match to everything around him. Fans react to, again, after the episode aired, the tone online began to shift. At Sister Wives Forever, "Okay, that Mykelti scene broke me. We're too harsh sometimes." At Montruth's 365, "I judged. I was wrong. She's doing her best, and I see that now. At MLM Critic with Human, still don't love Plexus. But I'll never shame a mom for trying to build something while raising babies. Some even made fan edits celebrating Mykelti's mom life, set to emotional Taylor Swift ballads. A change of tide. Mykelti SPA kiss. Her final word, for now. Days after the episode aired, Mykelti posted a heartfelt reel. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched with an open heart. The hate really got to me, I won't lie. I cried more nights than I can count. But I also got hundreds of DMs from moms, from daughters, from people who said they see me. They get it, and to those people, you're my people. I'm not perfect. My job might not make sense to everyone. But my kids are fed, my bills are paid, and my heart is full. So I guess I'm doing okay. She ended it with a wink and a PS, I'm not quitting Plexus. Sorry, haters. The 7 of Mykelti. In a season dominated by divorce drama, damaged relationships, and patriarchal collapse, Mykelti Brown's episode stood out for its emotional honesty and its raw relatability. She's not the loudest Brown, not the most dramatic, but in that vulnerability, juggling mom life, work, social media, and legacy, she became the most human.